Roller Champions is a new free-to-play game that's coming out on Wednesday, and thanks to Ubisoft, I got a chance to play a few matches of this a couple of days early, just to bring you my impressions in this video, and I really loved it, way more than I expected to. So for anyone who doesn't know what it is, it's kind of based on roller derby. So you can see here I'm on this oval circuit. This was the only map that we got to play on in the sort of early access thing, but I think there's going to be 3 of them when it launches on Wednesday. And there's 2 teams of 3 players. Now, you all sort of like get spaced out on here at the beginning, and then a ball is dropped into the circuit. Now, on the circuit, you can see there's these things that say 1, 2, 3, and 4. What you need to do is, once you've grabbed a ball, you need to go past all of those gates in order. So you need to go to the 1 gate, and it doesn't matter which way you go round, you can choose which way you go. But then you need to try and complete a lap, go through 2, 3, and 4, and then the goal, which is that big thing in the top right, opens up, and you can throw the ball through to score. There's a really interesting kind of risk-reward system in this, that if you just do 1 lap and then score, you just get 1 point. If you manage to do 2 laps, you'll get 3 points. And if you manage to do 3 laps without getting tackled, because as soon as the enemy team pick up the ball, that's your sort of go over and you have to start the whole thing again, then you'll get 5 points. And you only need 5 points to win the game, so you can actually win a game incredibly quickly. If you manage to get the ball, do 3 laps and score, that's the game over, you've won. And we managed to do that once in our early access session. Now obviously while you're doing this, your teammates are trying to help you, and they can like hover around in front of you so you can get a speed boost off them, or you can pass to them, and they can also try and take out the other team who are going to be trying to tackle you. And there's a few different tackles. There's just like a normal one, and then you can also do an uppercut, which seems ridiculous, but it throws you up into the air, and there's like dive kicks and stuff like that. So there's a few different moves, but it's pretty simple. When you've got the ball, you can also do this kind of dodge maneuver, which means you kind of finesse around them, and that feels really good too. One of the best things about this game is something you'll notice almost immediately in the tutorial, and that's the way you move around. You just kind of skate around using the left stick, but then whenever you're going downhill, you can squeeze the right trigger to tuck in, and that builds up speed. Now you can keep on chaining that together to build up more and more speed, and it gets really exciting. It sort of feels incredibly satisfying just to move around, but while you're trying to do that, while also trying to chase after a ball, or chase after an opponent, or evade opponents, it's a really good time. It is worth saying that this really is a team game. Like if you were going to play this without friends and you didn't want to talk on your mic or anything, I don't know how you would manage to do this. You need to be constantly talking about like when you're going to pass, who you're going to pass to, whether there's people behind the person with the ball, like whether you're going to start going around the other way. You really have to kind of work together as a team to get anything done. When we were playing, we were often playing against other content creators and people who were just learning the game with us, but then we had one game against some developers, and one of them was doing this thing where they would use the uppercut to get really high up against the wall, and then use the right trigger to build up speed coming down the wall and absolutely rocket around a map. So there's some really interesting kind of techniques that you can do once you're a little bit better at the game that give this some real depth. Like it's a sort of game that you could get really good at. All of the other stuff that I saw about the game looked pretty impressive. Like there's no special characters, there's no hero characters in this, which is completely what I expected. I thought there'd be like characters with different special moves and stuff like that. There's nothing like that. Everyone is completely equal. You just use cosmetics to change the way your character looks. And of course, because it's free to play, there's a battle pass, there's microtransactions, there's even loot boxes, but I don't think you can buy them. But they're all just 100% cosmetic. Everyone is completely equal. There's no power-ups, there's no buffs, there's no stats or anything like that to change. Personally, I think that's a really good thing. I like going into a game knowing that I've got an equal chance against the opponent, and it's only skill that's going to differentiate us. It's not going to be because they've spent money on something, you know, like some fancy new character, and it's not even going to be that they've played the game more and they've unlocked something that I don't have. Instead, the only thing that's really going to make a big difference is skill and experience and teamwork. Like I said, communication's super important. It looks like for the launch, they've already got a lot of stuff set up, so there's going to be a ranked mode straight away, there's going to be like a pre-season thing going on. All of that is going to be there straight away. I think you have to get to like a certain level before you can use a ranked game, or you have to play 10 matches or something like that. But all of that's there. There's also this kind of social hub type area where you can just mess around, you can practice shots, practice movement, but other players are there too, and sometimes there'll be little events going on in there where you'll be able to get some loot by completing little mini games and stuff, which seems kind of fun. The game is coming out on PC, Xbox and PlayStation. It's not like current gen, it's just Xbox One and PlayStation 4, but you can play them in backwards compatibility, and it's got cross-platform support for all of those different platforms. As far as I know, it's not coming out on Switch, but you never know, that that might change. It seems like the sort of game that would be super fun on Switch. The game is coming out on Wednesday, May 25th at 1 minute past midnight, your local time. So that should be like tonight, really, if you're watching this video as soon as it goes live. If not, it's probably already out then. And I get to play a little bit early, so I'll be playing from 5 PM today over at twitch.tv/geekypastimes. So if you want to see a bit more of the game and you want to ask me some more questions, either let me know in the comments below or just come check out twitch.tv/geekypastimes. Follow to get the notifications when I go live, and then you'll be able to see me playing the game then. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.